All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Watch the run, watch the
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
11. Blue draw quarter.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. You often say that sort of playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Let's go, baby. We turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Lock. Mike 55. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here.
Here we go.
I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 20 flag. Protein spill.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Here's Austin. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or division. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper 83 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball at the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
21. Hey, gun. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go. 180. Check. Watch 54. What we got? 21. Here we go. One set. Check. Mike 54. 65. I got you. 65.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Focus, defense, focus. Hey, come on.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Get ready.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go, 47. 56 is the mark. I can't do that. Hey, kill. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Hey, got 4 down. Go now. 18 Gator. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming. Let's go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right 54. Watch the twist. Check three.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. 65, 65.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. He gets nothing on back-to-back runs, so now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller, check a different part of that section on your play sheet, because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
55, Mike 55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, gun. Oh. Hey, check. 11. Watch it, 5. Check.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Check 25. Bravo. 55. I got you. Hey, eat. All day, baby, all day. 55. 13. Here we go. Check, 55.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking to throw. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Third and
long. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's third and long. Now Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
the Niners take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
They will run again with Coleman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, check right. Watching your 5. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike, 55.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Dallas.
There you go. Right there, 54 Mike. Go. Go. Hey, kill. 27. Under.
Prescott now from the 50. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check nickel.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. He's tired.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Prescott now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
You ain't doing nothing today. Tighten up.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up, and to great success.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
To the air again, Prescott. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, eat! Hey, eat. We ain't giving up nothing today. 55's mine, guys, 55.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Austin. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go, 47. 56 to 26.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. Here we go. 180. 55.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go, D. Get off.
12.
Now Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go. Here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Watch the curl. Flag. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Man out.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Niners on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo finding his tight end, Kittle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and build a play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, gun.
55. Hey, eat.
21.
55's mine, guys. 55.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Mike 55.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Oh, yeah. 11. Here we go again. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, alert. We got Haywood.
The 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Mike 55.
Garoppolo to throw. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
There you go. Right there, 54 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! He's scared. Watch that. 21. Here we go. Watch 10, watch 10. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, check right. Hey, wahoo. D. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 52. Two.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Dallas, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next